everyone. So everyone knows about the Axis' strategic blunders, like when Hitler invaded Russia in the winter. But a member of the Axis I think we tend to forget about is Italy, led by dictator Benito Mussolini. In World War II, Italy was kind of like that younger brother who saw their super successful older brother, Nazi Germany, and was like, I want to be like him. But every time he tries to do anything, he fails miserably. Now, Italy was woefully unprepared to be fighting a modern global war, as it had a tiny industrial base and outdated army compared to the rest of the global powers. So instead of logically sitting out the war until they could get their military and fighting condition, Mussolini just went, fuck it, and joined the Axis. We all know how World War II ended up, so this counts as his first mistake. So now that Italy is part of the Axis, how do they fuck it all up? Well, for Italian mistake number 2, it was that they could have easily taken the island of Malta in 1940, which only had 3 obsolete biplanes stationed on it, named Faith, Hope, and Charity. So instead of invading, the Italians just went, I'm tired. I get just to do it later. So once the British reinforced Malta with subs and aircraft, they were able to fuck up the Italian supplies and logistics as they tried to reinforce their positions in northern Africa. Mistake number 3, invading Greece. Mussolini saw Hitler's successful invasions around Europe and was like, I want to do that too. So then he set his eyes on the nation of Greece. Now, Mussolini didn't give Daddy Hitler a heads up since he wanted to boast how he could do things without the help of Germany. Bad idea. So on October 28, 1940, the numerically superior Italian forces crossed the mountainous border into Greece, and they began to fail miserably. By January 1941, the Italians were pushed back all the way into Albania. By April, Mussolini was able to get assistance from the Germans. I wonder how that phone call went. When the Germans finally arrived, they easily pushed back the Greeks, and the Greek government surrendered less than 2 weeks later. Having to divert resources to Greece actually had pushed back the German invasion of the Soviet Union back a few weeks, making Operation Barbarossa occur closer to winter than originally planned. This contributed to the German defeat. So thanks, Mussolini. Mistake number 4. This one actually started before World War II, but I wanted to share it anyways. So after coming to power, Mussolini had wanted to increase Italy's production of grain so they could be self-sufficient and probably make more pasta. Sounds like a pretty good idea, right? So, it'll just say solution? Rip out Italy's olive fields and replant them with grain. Well, here's the problem. Many of these olive fields were in areas that weren't suitable for growing wheat, so when they planted grain, they just got crappy yields. It would have made more sense to grow olives since they can be sold for a high price, and then just import the grain, which is relatively cheap. So now Italy was at a loss of olives for making wine and grain for making pasta.